about the change that you see now? Do you feel that it's something that it progressed for better or worse?
Well, from a technical standpoint, the technology today is fantastic. I mean, we would have killed for this technology 40 years ago. The unfortunate part is the record business that we grew up with. The infrastructure is basically gone. It doesn't exist anymore. The radio industry is pretty dead. And the digital ways of putting new music in front of the fans is not quite there yet. Some of it is, the pieces are there, but the whole thing hasn't been constructed yet. So getting new music in front of the fans is still the most challenging thing of all. And over the next 2-3 years, that's going to kind of come together. I think we're going to see video radio stations and all kinds of things that didn't exist before. So actually, I do see light at the end of the tunnel.
Martin Fitzpatrick.
Tell me, how did you meet Tommy?
I met Tommy at the Bitter End nightclub in New York. I was just finishing a book on the Bitter End called The Bitter End, Hanging Out at America's Nightclub. And I was invited to see his show. And as I was ending that book, he approached me about working with him on his memoirs.
And do you specialize in a certain kind of book or certain subjects?
Until I learned how to write better novels, yes. I'm specializing in the with writer syndrome. That's what I have. I am the with writer. I find people of interest and help them tell their story.
Do you have to do a lot of research for this book, or Tommy provided a lot of
It depends. In the Bitter End book I did, on the Meadowlands book called The Swamp I did. With Tommy, it came pretty much from his memoirs, memory exclusively.
And how do you feel about your book being turned into a movie?
I love it. It's a wonderful, it's an honor.
Has it ever happened before?
No, but I never had such a good story before to tell. This is a memoir that reads like a novel.
So you were fascinated from the moment it started?
Yes. Yes, I couldn't wait to get and start the next day's interview, and I probably kept turning the story back to the mob. Tommy would start talking about the music end of it, and I'd say, "Well, that's very interesting, but what happened next with the mobsters?" And I guess we both agreed that that's really what the story was about.